Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Midnight Blush. The ingredients you need to make the Midnight Blush is 1.5 ounces of still rosé, a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, a 1/2 ounce of sparkling grape juice, 3 ounces of sparkling wine of your choice, make it good, some edible flowers for garnish, and you are going to pour the rosé and simple syrup into a shaker full of ice, shake vigorously for a good 10 to 15 seconds until it's really good and iced. Add the grapefruit juice to the shaker and stir until combined. Strain into a coupe glass, top with sparkling wine, garnish with fresh flowers, and enjoy a midnight blush.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to y'all. Whether you're sitting at home right now, comfy and cozy, out getting your thing on, doing whatever you do. Happy motherfucking New Year, y'all.
Yes, and if you guys are interested in this cocktail, I put together several of my favorite holiday cocktail recipes, so you can click the link in the description box below and make your purchase, because this is a good little light festive drink. It's not just wine, and the grapefruit
is very light, and I don't like grapefruit. I was like, oh, grapefruit.
You was nervous, but
this
the simple syrup.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
The simple syrup with the grapefruit kind of makes it taste like creamy. Like a cream soda has that creamy base.
And I love me some cream soda. Anyway, welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
It is the end of the year. It has been a long year.
The end has
beautiful
come.
year. It's been a long time. I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Whether you're new here, you've been here for years, this was your first year, whenever you came, thank you that you made it here with us. We really, really appreciate each and every one of y'all.
From the deepest parts of our soul, whether you came to hate or show love, you still came, and we love you.
Yeah, we did live shows. We've put out products. We've had individual things going on. You guys have shown us so much love and support over the years, and especially this year. And we just really want to thank you guys so much for that. It does not go without being noticed. I know sometimes, especially me, I be saying stuff about the shady shit y'all be saying, and I will clap back in the comments when I'm on a plane. I didn't do it this time. I decided to relax, but I'll be on a plane soon. So watch out and don't be talking slick.
Don't bring that shit into the 2024.
Period. But to the people who say nice things all the time, we don't always say so much to them, but thank y'all, because y'all really keep us going. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, but y'all make it so much easier. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
So I don't know. Do we really have anything to catch up on?
I don't think we do. Let's wait till the new year to catch up on all that stuff.
And we'll do some new stuff in the new year. Before we talk about what we're talking about this week, we do want to talk to you guys about one of our sponsors, Factor Meals.
Factor Meals. I have been obsessed with this company since they sent the meals and the protein shakes. I totally forgot. They have really made my life just a little bit more easier with the foods that really are easy to just pop in the oven, 7 minutes. It's not frozen. You put it in the refrigerator. And I'm one of those people where I always forget to eat lunch.
Same.
Always. It's like lunch just doesn't matter. And it really is an important meal of the day. It gives you another, kick back into life for the day.
Especially if you don't eat breakfast like me.
Right. And their meals are so hearty and tasty. I loved the herb crust chicken with green beans. When I first looked at it, I was like, I really hope this is going to fill me up and I hope I'm going to like it. Girl, not only was I nibbling on it, my baby was nibbling on my man. He was like, let me get a little bit. That smells like Thanksgiving. The meals are delicious. The shakes are delicious. And I love it.
They have a wide variety of things, no matter what type of diet you're on. The whole thing is very health conscious. It's all about having healthy meals that you don't have to spend hours and hours in the kitchen working on. I personally like the Indian butter chicken the best. That one was really, 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 really good. I tore it up. And speaking about being full, I was nervous because it's like a small tray, but whatever the ingredients, they're filling ingredients, healthy ingredients, so you're not feeling guilty. I couldn't finish it. because I was just so full. And I was like, well, let me not overeat. It was really, really good.
Yeah, they really have. There was one day where I had just forgot to go grocery shopping. And I was like, damn, we don't got no food. And I was like, oh no,
Ooh,
hold
got
up.
a factor meal.
I got a factor meal. And I'm going to pop that bad boy in the oven and taste it. You guys, make sure you try them out. They are delicious. And I posted it on Instagram. It was so good. They didn't even pay for that.
Right. Now, I posted it too. And I like the packaging. It comes refrigerated. Everything is good. So you guys, they have a special offer for our listeners. Just head on over to factormeals.com/cocktails50 and use code cocktails50 to get 50% off. That's code COCKTALES 50 at factormeals.com/cocktails50 to get 50% off your order. Okay, so this week we decided we wanted to do a 2023 wrap up.
We've never done an episode like this before.
We haven't because it's a lot of work. But it was fun going through all the episodes from the years, from this year, and just reliving moments that I honestly forgot about. I saw some of the things that the listeners were saying were their favorite moments, and just remembering the ones that people continue to comment on, all that stuff. It was fun to go back and relive the moment. So we want you guys to relive it with us. And we know that we're getting new people every week. So if you haven't caught up on the episodes, go back and check them out. But we do these different segments. We have these different topics. We have different guests. And we're fucking entertaining.
We are fucking entertaining. Like, that is one thing that when I was re-listening, I was like, whether we have a guest or not, some of your quirky comments that you just sometimes you just be saying it under your breath, but it's caught on camera.
And it's really what I be thinking. It's just what I be thinking. And I'm just like, I don't know.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
And that happens a lot during weird sex. I remember, I love this weird sex story. And y'all gonna be like, God damn, bitch, why does everything have to be so dark? Sorry, hate it or love it. I love the dark stories because people be doing fucked up shit. And you know what I'm gonna say? It's either meth or crack. It's always gonna be drugs.
Or Florida.
And this story that I told, it was like, I think I did 3 weird sexes on this, because the first thing was when it happened. Second was when she showed her ass in court. And the third time was when she got her sentencing. This is the time somebody decided it was a good idea to go do meth in her boyfriend's mama's garage, chop his body up, fuck him with toys. And then when she had to go to court, she got mad because, well, just listen to the clip. I actually have an update, and I'm so glad because I was looking for this case and I could not remember her name, so I had to type the name in here and make sure I saved it. There was a time when I told a story about a woman who had gotten high off of what I'm assuming is meth, crack, or a combination of both, and possibly bath salts. I don't know. All of that is allegedly. But she ended up cutting off her boyfriend's head, leaving it in a bucket. She had his dick in crock pot, and like his mother found his severed head in a bucket in the garage in her house. I'm assuming where he was staying. And then in a van, there were like other body parts. Like, she chopped him up, and she said that the only reason she didn't finish completely like chopping all the pieces apart was because she got tired. Like, it's not funny, but it's like, is this real? It is. So she was in court recently. Now, this happened in Green Bay, Wisconsin, not Florida. I know, surprise, surprise. But her name is Taylor Shabusiness. That is really her name. She was cutting up. So Taylor was in court, and there was a key witness that the defense was going to present. So the key witness did not show up. So her attorney is asking the court, hey, can we please get 2 more weeks because he's not done with his report? Before an answer could be given, Taylor said, fuck this shit, still handcuffed. She like struck him in the head and is tussling with him in the court. There's like video footage of it. And she was pissed off because the key witness didn't show up and the man is asking for extra time. Needless to say, she did plead not guilty by reason of mental illness or defect. And just to remind you guys, she is charged with first-degree homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. That third-degree sexual assault comes in because, according to the police, she was giving oral sex and using a sex toy on her boyfriend after he was already dead.
What happened to her?
Drugs.
What kind of drugs make you do that?
I don't know. I need to know. I'm going to continue to follow this case. I would like to know because I think I feel like it's like bath salts and stuff. Remember when everybody was doing bath salts in Florida and they were just like walking around like zombies and like dismembering people?
What were they doing? Smoking them, like rolling them up and smoking them? Like a blunt?
I don't know how you do that sort of drug. I don't know if you just like snort it. I don't know if I don't know how any of the things. I said something one time and everybody was laughing at me. I don't know how this shit works. I wonder, do you put it under your tongue?
You got to smoke it, I think.
Tie it in a knot and throw it over your shoulder. I mean, what do you do?
That lady was crazy. Like,
I'm glad that she is locked up. These prisoners keep escaping. Y'all need to keep an eye on her. In the crock pot. The crock pot in the van. Like, you just had pieces everywhere. What were you going to do?
She was mad.
She was high. Like, what the fuck?
That's so sad.
It really was.
Leave her alone. I hope she rots in jail. Well, I have a favorite weird sex moment of my own from 2023. Do you remember when we talked about the situation that happened at Nike with the Nike exec and he was making the lady...
They were fucking in the gym or something?
Or he was making her give him head at work.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, do you want to hear it real quick?
Let's just, yeah. There was an employee at Nike who was getting head from one of the other employees at Nike in Portland in the gym. It's one way to just do it.
Isn't that where they're headquartered at?
Huh?
Are they headquartered there? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, it sounded simple enough like, oh, I was at work looking at sneakers, boring. I want my dick sucked, and my wife don't do it no more. That's how I thought the story was going to go, right? Or it's leaning more towards Me Too. So this type of thing that upsets you, skip ahead 5 minutes. Now listen, there's a gender discrimination lawsuit. And the Nike execs have been accused. It's not just one, it's multiple. It's like everybody in the boardroom, I guess. But Nike execs were accused of intentionally targeting female employees while they were intoxicated. Now, I had to pause.
At work?
Yeah. But some companies, they keep alcohol at work. They have work functions where you can drink.
Yeah, that's about to be banned.
But they were intoxicated, and the company was accused of ignoring their complaint. According to the complaint, which was filed, we don't care, male executives allegedly subjected the women to sexual advances, and in one case, a female employee witnessed an executive receiving oral sex from a colleague in the campus gym. That would be kind of fun if it was all consensual, but okay, I guess it wasn't. Another female employee claimed that the male coworkers told her she needed to dress sexier. They was tired of seeing her polo shirts and her
shorts,
khakis,
looking like a Southwest
looking
airline
like a
flight
PE
attendant.
teacher. We don't want to see you, Mrs. Trunchbull. We want to see, a bad bitch.
Mrs. Trunchbull
From Matilda.
That big lady with the little tight booty
with
shorts.
Her combat boots and
she
stuff.
made that baby eat that chocolate cake.
That chocolate cake made me not want chocolate cake. It was just so greasy. I was like, I know they're going to shit in like 30 seconds.
That chocolate cake to me looked good. It made me want to just
the way that they ate, it was greasy.
It was moist.
That shit was wet. It was undone. You are unhinged. You wanted to eat that?
I did. I was a big little kid. I was a little obese child.
What's that got to do with wet cake? Just sitting there, just want to.
I like wet desserts. Like I used to take my cookies and stand at the water fountain at school and run them under the water fountain.
Enough is enough. He told her she needs to dress sexier and show some more skin. I gave you a raise so you could get some new titties, and you just got them covered up in fucking turtlenecks. I know it's cold in Oregon, but like unbutton something, show something.
The audacity of these men that do this shit.
He wanted her to get
you are gonna get caught.
You are, and somebody is telling. I would. It's like they want the girls to dress like they shop at Fashion Nova and have you seen Fashion Nova's office collection? Where the fuck do y'all work?
Fashion Nova.
Here. Because those outfits, it's like, it's cute. But unless you're doing role play as a secretary, this is not appropriate.
Right.
You have on a crop top.
I forgot about the whole Miss Trunchbull part.
The Miss Trunchbull, the clothes. You always coming for Southwest flight attendants and their PE teacher outfits.
Why are they wearing khaki shorts and sneakers?
I don't know. I don't know. Who is in charge of the flight attendants' uniforms over there? Maybe we need to take a look at them.
Yeah,
and see where the inspo is coming from.
They need a little help over there at Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there were some amazing weird sex. Those were just two. There have been
two.
so many great stories.
Y'all leave a comment and let us know what your favorite weird sex stories or just moments, because as you can see, we are not afraid to go on a tangent. Drop them in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Okay, so throughout this year, we've had a ton of guests, but then we also had a bunch of episodes where it was us by ourselves. There were a bunch of ones. What was one of your favorite moments?
With just us or with a guest?
With a guest.
When we had Ronnie on, first of all, I love when we have comedians on because comedians make for great conversations. They're funny as fuck.
About anything.
Yeah, about anything. And it's like there's so many different types of comedians. There's the dry ones. There's the Ronnie, he's a dad. He's from Atlanta. And he's funny as fuck, and then he's just so nice. When we talked about, first of all, this is one of the highlights of 2023 in general, the Carlee Russell situation.
Oh, that was a hot ghetto mess.
When we brought up the Carlee Russell situation to him, we asked him what he would do if one of his kids did this. Let's play it. I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on the Carlee Russell situation?
It's hilarious.
You know who it is, Carlee Russell.
Yes.
Is. Okay.
Why she take her wig off? That's what
I want to know of everything.
I just
that
wanna
was my
know,
number
I
one
wanna
question.
see the Eureka moment. She like, hold on, I might just the
What
goddamn sell
razzle
it.
dazzle did that add?
I feel like she left the car and then she was like, hold on, let me leave my wig.
She was like, but she probably just like, hold on, let me goddamn flail it out. So
You think she flailed it out?
yeah, she combed it out. She was like,
Like she thought that she just got snatched so quick the wig just flew
she was
off.
like, they're gonna be like, cause she did Google taken, so she was like, it gotta look like a crime scene a little bit.
Okay, that's probably why she Googled taken, to make it look.
She was getting her points, is like, what it look like? What you looking for?
That was dumb as fuck.
They went to that damn traffic cam so fast. Like, what? Ain't want no baby out there.
Some people are saying it has to do with she wanted to get attention from her boyfriend.
What would you do if one of your kids did that? Like said that they were missing, or they did something to lead people to believe that they were
have been
missing.
Kidnapped.
It's a ransom.
What is the parent conversation? Like
you getting an AI call? It's $75,000 that we need by 6 a.m. It's 9
When
p.m.
you realize they have lied, what are you saying?
The fuck is wrong with you? Like, for real, bro. What was your explain? Tell me the plan first of all, because I'm one of them. My kids had to tell me what the end game. What was you thinking at this? I need to
Let's
know
walk
where
through
your
it.
brain was at this, so I can know how hard to punch you.
And what if your daughter was like, I love my boyfriend. He was talking about
wasn't
ending
talking
things
to
with
me.
me, and he wasn't talking to me, and he said he wasn't going to care if I went missing, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to test it, and I didn't know that anybody was going to look for us because.
Well, now you got to deal with what you did. Now I can't do nothing for you. Now this is what it is. Like, you about to see. You finna learn now. You know what
But
I'm saying?
daddy, please,
But,
you can't
hey.
leave me out here.
No, they gonna take you and your wig to jail. They gonna hit your wig. We gonna throw you a good fish fry before you go up there.
We can still have a party.
We gonna have a party before you
This
go up
sounds like
there.
some shit on the Righteous Gemstones.
Everybody.
This sounds like a Tubi movie.
It is a Tubi. You didn't see the clip? They already made the trailer called Tookin'. They already did it. The internet was on this shit in an hour. Like that, the first hour.
I've been cracking
The
up.
jokes been coming.
I have been cracking.
The jokes have been coming. Shout out to Ryan Davis. That's the first shit he said.
Daddy, please.
Daddy, please.
That was a good one. I enjoyed having him as a guest. He drove all the way from Athens. Thank you.
All the way from Athens. Woo, and he got kids and a wife. I know she was like, nigga,
Bring your ass
what
home.
you going to do?
Okay.
You know, we also had a few moments on the show where we talked about our icks or things that we just didn't like. You know, we can go on a rant now.
Oh, sure can. Now, this episode was specifically about icks, even though we discussed them all.
We had to get it out. And we leaving them in 2023, but we gonna plan for you right now.
I hate when people are always trying to tell somebody what they should do as a woman, as a man. Bitch, do what you want to do and let me do me. We're not dating. We're not in a relationship. We don't have to interact. Why did you find it on your heart to come send me a message and tell me what I should be doing as a woman? Well, as a man, you should shut the fuck up. How about that? Or as somebody I don't know and don't give a fuck, slide your ass back out of my DMs. Like,
leave
why?
me alone.
Like, do what you think a man should do.
I hate when people say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
I hate
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is Monday and Sunday and Friday.
I hate it. And I also hate the word supper. I feel like that goes in there with that.
Supper? What? Where are you at?
The deep south, I'm sure.
Monday. But I have heard like people our age say Monday.
I have too. I think it's a country thing.
Really?
Yeah. I've only heard it in the country.
I just don't understand why you're pronouncing it like that. It's day.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't say it. I hate it too. I'm with you on that. I can't stand it.
One of the things on my list is, and there was a girl on Twitter that did the perfect rant about this, and I thought I was the only person that felt this way. I love supporting Black restaurants. I do. Black-owned restaurants, I love it. But I really hate that everybody has the same exact menu. If I see one more lobster mac, one more lamb chop, one more Cajun salmon, can we switch it up?
No.
Shrimp and grits. I might as well go to the same. I'm just like, why can't we switch it up? Can a Black family can own a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, a lot of the menus are the same. I've noticed that. And my thing with the restaurants that are masquerading as restaurants, you're a fucking club. Be a club.
The waitresses have racerbacks and leggings, and you trying to charge $100 a plate. We got to figure something out, because it's like some of the places, it's like you have a dress code, you have an expensive menu, and you're
time limit on the table.
Yeah,
no reservations without paying
plates,
$3 million.
And you trying to act like this is a fine dining restaurant. It's not.
If you have a real plate and then you bring me out the little packet, the to-go packet of cutlery that is plastic, how am I going to cut this tough-ass lamb chop that you said was going to be medium and everything is well done? Why do y'all even bother to ask? I know the meat is going to be well done at those places, and I just be like, why are we asking this question? Why are we playing this game?
I went to
That's
Victory.
why I'll get something small, like lamb chop, so it won't matter.
Britney is it's just too overpriced for what they're trying to do.
$20 for like 5 wings?
Girl,
because you know I had them.
I ordered a steak and I didn't get it well done, and it kept coming out well done. I kept sending it back. And the chef came out and he was like, ma'am, you can't keep sending it back. No, I can keep sending it back, because again, you guys are trying to act like fine dining, but you don't know what you're doing back there in the kitchen. I'm not paying for a well done steak. And he was like, okay. I said, no, let's cut it open right now and you look. Did you make it? It's not even almost pink.
That's another thing. You just made me think of something. The word chef. Sometimes you want to celebrate, but it's like, I don't want to have to go through all of the stress of everything that comes with going to a party, going to a restaurant, people showing up late. Now we can't get seated.
It's cold outside.
Ooh, it'd be cold. Oh my God. I went to Johnny's Hideaway.
Was that your first time going?
Yes, I've never been. I've heard about it a million times.
You must have been very drunk, because you only go there when you are lit.
It was somebody's birthday.
Okay.
And so I had agreed to go way ahead of time. So
you know what
I
it's
felt
known
like I had,
for?
Yeah.
The old ladies go to get the young men. Okay.
So we went, and sugar daddies too.
It's just weird in there.
It's so weird. This was an experience that I have never had, and I've been to lots of different types of places. The age range of people was literally probably 19, even though you're supposed to be 21, but probably 19 to death, because there was such a wide range of people. There was a couple outside making out. They both had on wedding bands. Something was telling me they were married, but not to each other.
Everyone's sweaty. Everyone's on drugs.
They are dancing so hard. This girl like bumped me out the way. I said, you know what? I need to get out of the way because I was in the bathroom and they were trying to do their lines and I was like, the party has to go on. So obviously I'm in the way. I just went to pee and wash my damn hands. And I stand by everything I said. Stop cooking this shit stop asking people if all your meat is gonna be like we at a Nigerian restaurant and the meat is gonna be dead 3 times over. Don't ask. It's not an option. We eating beef jerky for dinner. Just say that then.
And you know, another one of my ex, I did mention in that clip was the big booty niggas, and I stand on that still. And I stand on it. So take your big ass somewhere else.
I don't know why I went on a rant. It was the same episode. I went on a rant about Johnny's Hideaway. And I was just very worked up. Yeah, why did I? Because this is in the middle of, we're supposed to be talking about just a normal catch up. And I was worked up. Let's listen. Sometimes you want to celebrate, but it's like, I don't want to have to go through all of the stress of everything that comes with going to a party, going to a restaurant, people showing up late. Now we can't get seated.
It's cold outside.
Ooh, it'd be cold. Oh my God. I went to Johnny's Hideaway.
Was that your first time going?
Yes, I've never been. I've heard about it a million times.
You must have been very drunk because you only go there when you are lit.
It was somebody's birthday.
Okay.
And so I had agreed to go way ahead of time. So
you know what
I
it's
felt
known
like
for?
Yeah.
The old ladies go to get the young men. Okay.
So we went, and that and sugar daddies too.
It's just weird in there.
It's so weird. This was an experience that I have never had, and I've been to lots of different types of places. The age range of people was literally probably 19, even though you're supposed to be 21, but probably 19 to death because there was such a wide range of people. There was a couple outside making out. They both had on wedding bands. Something was telling me they were married, but not to each other.
Everyone's sweaty. Everyone's on drugs.
They are dancing so hard. This girl like bumped me out the way. I said, you know what? I need to get out of the way because I was in the bathroom and they were trying to do their lines and I was like, the party has to go on. So obviously I'm in the way. I just went to pee and wash my damn hands. That Will Smith will stick in my head because why are we getting jiggy with it
why
in 2023? And that was the beginning of 2023 because this person's birthday is the beginning of the year and I'm getting jiggy with it. And trying to wash my hands, and the bitches are looking at me like, bitch, don't wet up my Coke. So I carry my hand sanitizer everywhere I go when I go to those types of parties.
That's an interesting place to be at.
It really was.
Now, another interesting thing to do is feeling on people's roles and body parts when you don't want them to feel on those body parts. Let's take a listen to who was doing that. Do you ever have things on your body that you just don't want touched at certain times?
Like during sex and stuff?
No, not even during sex. Like, let's just say, like, you talking to somebody that you like and y'all are at home just chilling. And when he's talking, he just wants to start rubbing on your nipple. But y'all aren't even having sex. It's just like, you know how some little kids suck their thumb and they need to rub their ear or rub your ear?
Don't be grabbing on no fat rolls. I don't like that. Like, don't be trying to pinch the fat. Is fat still there? I know. So don't be pinching on that and don't rub my belly.
Even though men love rubbing on bellies and rolls, them be the main things that they want.
And it's like, yeah, it's soft, but stop. Pretend like it's not there.
Because
what the
now
fuck are you doing?
Like, I always
now I'm embarrassed and I feel like you really paying attention to it right now.
I sometimes am like, are you fucking with me? Are you trying to make me aware of something? Or are you
being passive aggressive right now? Or because I'm just about to be aggressive.
Or are you really just like, you like this and you want me to embrace it? But let's do it a different way. Let's do it a different way through conversation. I had to tell my boyfriend this morning, stop rubbing my titties when we just be talking. And he was like, first of all, why? Like, you don't want me to touch you? I just feel like touching you. I was like, well, why does it have to be my breast? I call them breast. I don't call titties breast. I was like, why do you have to rub on my breast when we just having a regular conversation about taxes? And he was like, because I just want to touch you. I was like, could you touch something else? And I said, let's act this out. And I'm going to show you what this is equivalent to. I was like, come stand in front of me. We're just going to have a conversation. I take my hand. He's not hard or anything. So you maybe feel a little some kind of way when you're not hard. It's just... a
little gummy worm.
It's just a little gummy. So I just grabbed his balls and just started going like this. While I'm like, yeah. So next week, did you check the calendar? He was like, man, stop. And I was like, it don't feel good, does it? It just doesn't feel good.
Especially if we're having a serious conversation. I'm trying to focus. It's like, are you trying to distract me so we don't have to talk about this?
And he's not. What? It's just like a soothing thing. Stop.
That don't really be happening.
Yeah, it was happening. And I was like, you got to touch something else. Or every time you do this, I'm just going to start going like this with your body. It feels like
he can't rub his own nipples.
No, he doesn't want to rub his own nipples.
So what he been doing?
He wanted to touch me.
He need to get a dog.
And I've been doing it, and I was just like, I can't take this anymore. It feels just not fun. And we're not having sex. Like, do it during sex all day. But when we're not having sex, they're not on. They're confused. Stop. That nigga still rubbing my rolls and my titties.
Somebody was doing that to me today, and I'm like, you know what you getting for Christmas? A fucking teddy bear. Rub on that shit, okay? Now, this was not an ick list episode. This is the same episode. But we had some more icks that we obviously didn't get off our chest. And spelling and grammar, while we're not perfect, is some things that y'all have got to get together. Roll the clip. All right, I'm a 28-year...
Baby.
All right. You know what you did, and I'm going to let it go. I'm going to say you had a cocktail. I should have proofread this, so I'll take the blame on this advice that you typed and sent to us. But can I just make a PSA? You guys, woman has an A in it. That is for one woman. Mm-hmm. Women means more than one. So like 2, 3, 10.
We are
that
women.
That has an E. Yeah. A is one. E is plenty. Okay? A comes first. It's the first letter of the alphabet. I mean, I don't know how else to make people know, but this is going on my ick list. Okay, sorry.
That's like when people say sorry for your lost.
What is lost?
Ain't nothing,
my dog?
My car keys? It's a loss. Loss.
Okay. Anyway, and that's one that y'all still fucking up to this day.
Y'all still fucking words up. Come on.
And I be correcting people, and I know they be like, all right, grammar police ass bitch, and I'm gonna do it. And sometimes I hate to do it, but I have to because I can't let y'all keep going out in the world like this.
I can't correct y'all, but I'll talk about you on the show. Stop saying mine's is mine.
Ooh, that one. And I hear that a lot. I don't usually see it written out. Hopefully grammar is getting corrected just automatically on your phone, but I hear people saying it.
Kroger is
Ooh,
Kroger,
I was about to say that.
Not Kroger's.
Sonic.
Crystal.
I don't even know why you would say Crystal, because who's going there? But you know, it's a ton of things. Maybe we should put that on a shirt and sell it so that y'all can buy it and wear it and spread the gospel. Because y'all have got to stop.
I moved her hat.
Okay, my hat was so damn mad. It said, y'all not taking this shit into the new year, okay?
2024 hopped off her head. Mm-hmm. We had a special guest in 2023, Tiffany Luren.
Yes, and she told a funny story about some man in a Fiat who was trying to show out and got embarrassed.
Ooh, Fiat.
Okay, let's listen.
Have you had any weird dating experiences?
Oh my gosh, why? When you said that, this story immediately just came to my head. I didn't even have to think about it. Just zoomed through here. Okay, so one time when I was out in the free world, being a hot girl, I went on a date with this guy. And at the time, I was working corporate. Mm-hmm. And I thought I had baby, because you know when you get a corporate job, you just think you made it to the end all day on.
You got your little dress on, heels.
It's a lie. I don't do corporate. So I was working corporate, and he was an actor. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is before people were buying the blue checks or renting the blue checks, leasing, whatever we call it now. So
I feel dumb for having one now. Now anybody who has you is just like, how did you get it?
No, as long as your government name is not right there, we know you didn't. So he had a blue check, and he was acting like he legit had been on some stuff on TV. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name drop, which I probably know him.
Dang.
And so we met up, and the first thing that threw me off, and I'm hate that I'm saying it because it just sounds so bad. He pulled up in a little bitty
Fiat.
No, it wasn't even a Fiat.
The Beetle car?
The smart car?
Nope, it wasn't even there. It was like a Chevy. What's the Cobalt? Like the small...
The Spark.
Little toy car looking one.
It looks like a skate. That's what I be calling them. Like a little kid's skate.
So it was so tiny of a car. It's like the rental car you get when you're like the lowest class. The rental car was like $20 a day. So he pulled up in that, and to me, I was like, because I want you to have a manly car. It ain't even have to be a luxury car. I just need to be like a... I'm here car. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't. So I was like, okay, cool. So he was like, do you want me to hop in the car with you? You want to hop in the car with me? I was like,
can I fit?
First question that went through my mind. And I was like, you know what, Tiffany, stop. Just get in the car. Be nice. I had dinner at a place by Lennox, and it was like a bar. It wasn't even like something super expensive. And then he gets to talking, and I noticed that he didn't really order anything. So we're talking, and he's like, yeah, so it's like, people think I'm like this big actor, and he was like,
oh, hell.
and he was like, I really be having to like Uber and Lyft on the side. And I was like, oh, it's cool. I was like, people be in a transitional period, like, I get it.
Home. That soundbite on Instagram.
So then he starts, this is where it took me back. Now, I ordered the drink. The drink was probably $10 max. It might have been $8. And so he goes, yeah, and like when it be around the first of the month.
Oh, hell.
Why are we here?
Bro,
I've squeezed in your fiat.
I was like, it's not going where I think it's going. He's like, so, when it be around the first of the month, he was like, money be a little tight. Because I be having like all these bills doing stuff like that.
So why are we out?
Because you asked me to come.
You should have planned a picnic.
So I said, okay. And I'm just sitting there. And I was like, is it my time?
Tiffany had a time when she was outside. I'm glad she made it out and she doesn't have to be out in these streets anymore because
riding around in Fiats.
And having people that's watching her eat and asking to take her out, but wanting her to,
there were so many men in the comments that day. They were like, why couldn't she? Sir, shut up.
Get over. The reality is, if you don't have it to take someone to a place and pay for it, don't ask them to go there.
Just don't.
Plain and simple. She never said she required that. This is what he offered, and he should have delivered.
Period.
And that's
on
that
to
on
the
that.
next. We had a lot of therapeutic moments this year.
Learning moments.
We did. One of my favorite guests was Britney. She was a therapist, and she came on, and she tried to help guide us through dating and help you guys. Not sure if it worked. We'll see in 2024, but let's take a listen to a little bit of mindfulness. Do you sometimes hold back on letting people know that you're a therapist?
Oh, I tried. Okay, in my 20s, I did start to do that, but then in my 30s, I was like, fuck that. Like, no, I'm going to like tell you this is who I am because you're going to find out sooner or later. But in my 20s, I used
it's similar to podcasting, not to call ourselves therapists or anything.
But you
had your job.
Yeah.
Like I was just having a conversation with my girls at Girls Night the other day, and another friend who is also a podcaster. We were saying we don't like saying it because then people have this preconceived notion about how we're going to be. And what could we call ourselves? If y'all have a suggestion, please help.
Well, yeah, because sometimes I just feel like when I'm like, I'm a podcaster, I think it sounds silly. But
And I know people think we playing.
I know they do. And I'm just like,
real
okay.
deal.
But
Right.
another thing, when you
Right.
talk about how people are like, oh, it makes them want to talk about certain things. I have been on dates with men, and it's like I say I'm a podcaster. Now we're sitting here having a debate about something I don't even want to talk to you about. Now we having a pod. I don't want to do this. Why are we debating about relationships?
Yeah.
So
I've gotten really good at like redirecting the conversation, so I'll say I'm a family therapist, but then I'll talk about I have a company and I'll run the company and not too focused on the therapist part, but I run a company of therapists, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. So I try to redirect a little bit.
I love that. Speaking of redirecting and being mindful, I was looking at your Hardy Clinic Instagram page, and you have a lot of posts about mindfulness.
Yes.
Mindfulness in all different types of aspects. And since we normally talk about dating and relationships and sex, I was like, you know what? We get so many letters about that. Sugar is in my lip gloss. If y'all see me keep licking my lips, if you are watching
I
on
keep
YouTube.
trying to lick my lips
I'm
and then
like,
lick my teeth.
They're probably like, what is wrong with her lips? It's
They're
the
probably like, are
sugar.
they on drugs?
Right.
Like, what's going on? Why y'all licking y'all
Why
lips?
is
Just have a little
everybody
X
licking
in the
their
lips
lips?
there.
Listen, they think I'm on it too, so I'm with y'all.
So we get so many different letters and DMs from women and men about how difficult it is with dating, and we don't have it all figured out. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mindful dating and how maybe you could help our listeners. I'm a 25-year-old grad student working on my PhD in DC, and let's just say my love life is non-existent. My sex life is a piss poor, and at the point I'm ready to get my 10 cats and go about my life. I don't want to deal with someone still figuring it out. I know I'm young and this is the time to have fun, but I don't know who to have fun with when all of the people I encounter are terrible. What should I do, ladies? Sincerely, a girl who wants to enjoy her 20s.
Yeah, I think it was key there what she said that about her expectations, having them kind of being high, but then also being her 20s, and that she wants somebody to have it figured out,
Which is crazy.
But who in their 20s have it figured out?
Right.
So
If you met me in my 20s, you'd be like, are you okay?
Listen, that's what the 20s and even 30s are for. Like even
Figure out
40s
life.
for other people too, and 50s. Like life is about figuring it out, but especially your 20s. So I do think maybe loosening up a little bit. Like, somebody you probably wouldn't give a chance, or if you're giving a chance, maybe having some empathy. That's one thing I preach when we talk about being mindful. Empathy. Like maybe put yourself in this guy's shoes. What's his background? Like if he's getting his degree, he doesn't have money to take you out. Well, let's say he's in graduate school like she is. He doesn't have a lot of money to take you out. Girl, meet him at McDonald's. Like you're in your 20s, have fun with it. Or we're different now, it's 2023. You want to pay, maybe on the first date you pay. If that's what you're into.
Ooh, that's spicy combo.
Oh, you're going very fast. You're going very fast.
But pay at like
But you
McDonald's
did say you
and
got
other
money.
things like that. But she said that she has it. So it's like you can't have these high expectations with your demographic.
Listen to just go rewatch that whole episode.
Because we need to keep practicing on our dating techniques and what we are and who we are as people and how we show up in a romantic aspect. In 2024, let's try to get better, ladies.
Even in your friendships, romantic or friendships, and whether it's somebody new or somebody that you're already with, because sometimes you forget the things that you did so well in the beginning and you get comfortable in your groove. And it's like, hey, let's not let romance die, you guys.
Yeah.
Another great episode that happened not too long ago was with Camille.
Oh, I love Camille.
Yes, she was our guest who is blind, and that wasn't stopping shit for her. She was so funny, so full of energy, and I really enjoyed that episode. She shared with us, one, she really broke down like what it is like with her blindness and how everybody who is blind doesn't experience it the same way, and there's so many different things, and she could see light and dark, which was surprising to many of us because I know that a lot of people just imagine if you're blind, you can't see shit. It's not blurs. It's not splotches in the middle. She talked about that. And then we also want to know, because she's an active dater, what's that like and how do you handle safety and who's watching your back and what happens when the date is bad? Let's listen to her again.
Okay, so you were born blind.
Yes, I was.
You have never, what does it look like to you? Like looking? Like,
Okay, so I can see light and dark. So it is very bright in here. There's all kinds of cameras and going on. When I first walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, it's really bright in here. So I can tell the difference between day and night. So, and fun fact, not everybody who's blind lives in the dark. Only 10% of people who are blind see total darkness.
do you date other blind people?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, I have dated both blind and sighted. My caveat, though, of course, well, dating really any man, you gotta be just as independent as me, but especially if you're blind. Like, I like to go. I'm a traveler, so I'm gonna get where I need to go the way I need to get there, which means I'm gonna get the Uber or I'm gonna get the Lyft, whatever it is, however we're gonna get there, I'm gonna make sure we get there. But if he's blind, we both got to use Uber. I don't want to always have to be the one taking the lead on how we're going to get places or how we're going to do things. I need him to be on that as well because, you're still the man. I need for you to take the lead. I need for you to, when we go on this date, what are we going to do? I'll give you some input, but I need you to be a leader.
And so what are some of those measures that you have to take for safety?
Again, for me, that initial conversation, we'll call it the introductory call. We can call it that. But also I take, my best friend will come with me if possible. Like I will try to arrange the date so that she will be dropping me off so that she can get a good look at who this person is, get the license tag number. She gets everything she needs to get. She will take pictures. Right.
And does she wait there? Like, does she just be like, I'm gonna be at the bar having a drink?
Sometimes she'll be at the bar having a drink. Sometimes she'll go like, I'll make sure it's in a shopping center so she can go to a store or something like that. Like I'm not going on a first date completely alone. If I'm with my sister and my brother-in-law, then if I'm at their house, I will have him come pick me up from their house. Because what you're not going to do is come to my house. Because I do live alone. So you're not coming to my house to pick me up on our first date. That's not happening. But I will have them come to their house and he can get a good look at the date and my sister can see, and again, pictures, license plate, all the things. So I am very, 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 very conscious of safety. It's really important to me because again, I don't have that luxury of just being able to pretend to go to the bathroom. So I have to be as careful as possible when it comes to dating.
That was such an enlightening episode.
It really was.
I just really like her. She has so much to say, and I hope that you guys check out her business because I forgot the name of it. I'll put it in the description box. But I remember that she was sharing how she goes and she speaks, but then she also works with people to like hire different people because, hey, her not being able to see like we see is not stopping shit.
I really like how she talked about how like sometimes she has dated blind men, but that don't mean you get to just be not doing shit. Nigga. You
Figure
blind,
it
but
out.
figure it out. I'm figuring it out. I loved Camille. She was
great.
And it was great to shed light on different dating experiences that
Because
are
that's
different
something
for
you
us.
might not think about.
Yep.
This was a fun one. So we was talking about worst behavior last week. So this is the episode that we had with Miss Kitty Roberts. And this is when we met her. And she came on the episode. This had nothing to do with what we were supposed to talk to her about.
She is the creator of Worst Behavior Group.
Yeah. So somebody had asked a question about like what to do. They were self-conscious about taking pictures. And it's the time when I went on a rant about taking nudes. I lied and told you I was making a video. I never made that damn video. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and do it
in 2024. Let's take a look.
We'll put that on the vision board. But take a listen at this failed promise.
This says, help a sister out. Hey, Kiki and Medinah, I'm going to cut to the chase. I need help with finding angles to send sexy masturbation videos and pussy pics. I'm a plus-size woman. I'm not self-conscious, but I'm not really good with hitting those angles. I always get requests for pics, and I shoot them down quick. Please, if you have any advice, help a sister out. Thanks again.
I don't have any advice because I have not mastered that.
I do.
Go ahead.
My advice, I like to take videos and then take screenshots once I get that right angle. Because then you have a whole plethora of pictures that you can choose from if you just do one, let's say, 3-minute video.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, like, if you want to do a full body picture, you need to get a setup, but I'm sure you don't have your tripod and stuff just yet. Prop it up on another piece of furniture. A good one, I don't know if you're trying to, like, with finding the angles, I would suggest, like, you could lean up against the wall and, like, have your back pressed against the wall and your legs out a little bit more and, like,
really
pop that hip.
This.
I do. Pop that hip. You can throw up something. I don't know how tall you are. It might help to elongate your body and just make it a more flattering pose. And you could even do that one from the front or behind. I don't know if you're trying to keep your face out of it or not. That's a concern for some people. And if you want to make it artsy and classy based, put it in black and white. It's going to be real cute. You can hang that up in your bedroom. I would also say another good one is hopefully you have like a floor length mirror somewhere and nothing is blocking the bottom of it. Prop that phone up on the floor length mirror, right? And then turn around like you're on your knees and have like your ass tooted up and then have like your titties and stuff on the ground so that you can see your ass up and you won't see no back, no head, no nothing. And it's just like, bam, right there in your face. And then if you want to do a video, all you got to do is press record. You can crop it when you need to, and you can reach back around, spread those booty cheeks. You could put your hand underneath like you're going to rub your clit and just keep going back further. Make sure your nails are done. I don't know if you're into anal, but you could put a butt plug back there because they got some cute ones with jewels back there. And it's like, bam, surprise if you hit them with a video. Lots of stuff, girl.
Okay, so Spike Lee. Kiki Lee.
I got a lot more details. DM me, girl. I can send you some more inspo. It won't be pictures of me, but I can guide you. Maybe we should do a Patreon video on that.
Because I would love to be guided.
We're going to do it one day. We just never did.
I would love to be guided into how that was a whole director's session.
I'm telling you, I just love those videos and pictures, and I think everybody should do it. It helps build up the.
You know, I've just been discovering more and more things. Now that I've seen the ceiling mirror from Hedonism, we both looked up. There ain't no mirror in here. But now that we've seen the ceiling mirror in Hedonism, I developed some new poses for 1, 2, or 3 people. So, you know, I will try to take all of those things into consideration. I wish I could share my Kiara food folder with you guys. It ain't got no food in there. Well, I am a snack. But I can't do that. So I'll have to think of a way.
Think about it. We'll be here patiently waiting.
Okay.
Do you remember when we had my brother on?
Yes, that episode was full of laughs. And I was sitting back looking like, I don't know if you're supposed to say that. But I was enjoying every single minute of it.
I absolutely enjoyed that episode. There was a part on the episode episode that was really funny. A few of you guys thought it was funny too, were my brother. We asked him what was the most corniest thing he had ever done to get a woman's attention. And he said he wrote a poem and he read it to the lady in the coffee shop while she was trying to get to work. Let's hear it.
I was living in New York and I was working at this cafe and this girl walked in and she was from Paris, but she was African American and like Moroccan, and she had like super curly hair and golden brown skin, and I was like, that's my wife. I don't know who that is, but that's my wife, and I didn't know really what to say to her because I was just like so caught off guard, and I was like,
damn.
this is a moment in my life where I was doing a lot of like spoken word poetry, so oh Lord, it was bad.
Well, Erica gonna be in there at the spoken word spots.
I wrote a poem. I literally wrote a poem like dead at work and gave her the poem. And was like, look, baby, I'm literally trying to marry you right now.
Do you remember the poem by any chance?
You want me to spit it?
Do you? Morocco.
No, okay, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can remember this. This is like spoken word. Damn, I'm trying to remember.
Just a piece of it, if you can.
It was a whole ass journey. Here we go. I met a girl at a coffee shop.
I feel like I need to
We met at a coffee shop and we danced the beautiful dance, the one we call romance. We smiled, we laughed, we lied until she told me she was going back and I cried. Why, God, why did you tempt me with the apple? I'm not Adam and she's not Eve. I was ready to mate but plant no seed because I got dreams and goals that I forgot it.
You should give this poem
But
to
that's
a few
what I'm
ladies.
saying. I'm on a mission. Impossible is not. What's plausible? Action or thought. This is real and filled with rot. What happens to a raisin in the sun? I'm not trying to figure out, so I run and I run. We are children born of the sun. We are dancing flames, spitting lyrical fire.
Was writing at work. There was a line of people waiting for their coffee.
I literally wrote that shit like.
Did you say it to her so she could get the vibe, or you just put it on a note?
I know. I literally read it to her. I was really.
No, you didn't.
I kid you not. I really was like, this girl's, and I was like, oh, like she was the most beautiful girl to me.
He said, I ain't planting no seed, baby. You're not getting no baby out of me, but I'm trying to see what's up with the what's up. I know that's right.
I said, not my brother out here on Def Comedy Jam, because it wasn't that bad.
It was funny. I enjoyed it. Another really funny one. I had picked this moment too, so it was funny that was on your list.
How could we not pick this moment? Y'all know what moment we about to talk. This takes the cake.
Goddamn wigs and the journal reading.
The wigs
Let's
and
play
me
it.
going through the journal.
People be mad at you about that.
They get so mad. They're like, how dare you? Shut up.
It is fucked up, but you said that.
I said it and I know it. And we all do fucked up things. We're human.
Right.
One of the things I had read in Beige Journal was he was talking about my wigs. You remember? Remember when I was just like not getting my hair done and like
I know.
I didn't have time. We were on tour back to back. I was trying to get my curls back to lusciously healthy, not put heat on them. Kiki, when I tell you,
to know.
Listeners,
They know. I know they want to know.
When I tell y'all, and he is so embarrassed, but I really hope this doesn't become a viral clip because I cried.
We're gonna pick it.
He was gone. Sometimes when I be rewatching, I'm like, but would it be funny?
Yeah.
You gotta do it for the people. And so I'm reading this and I'm like, literally what it said was, she wears the cheapest wigs. Kiki, I closed the book and I was like, and I literally, it was like a movie. I was like, my heart was, I started crying and I was like,
where were you?
I was at my house. And
in the bathroom?
No, I was sitting on my couch. He was gone.
Damn,
he left
that's
his
worse.
backpack and I was just like, there was something else I was trying to find. This isn't even what I was trying to find.
And then you just got this.
And I'm reading it like a book, like your book club. And I'm in the book club and I'm like, it starts getting juicy. Some of the stuff is like, oh, I didn't know you was going. I also want to reiterate, I know this is an invasion of privacy. But this is content also. It's funny. So
also, y'all know that like sometimes we fall down, but we get up.
Yeah,
so
and you got to do
watching.
what you got to do, and we gonna learn from these lessons. I learned from my lesson when I got to him talking about the wigs. As soon as I saw him write out wigs, I was like, and everything just came back to me because even though I was sitting here like, I can't believe you would say this, I thought that about the wigs. That's why I always put a hat on, or like I knew that. And I was like, I can't believe nobody was telling me, but like also. I didn't have an option. I need so. Anyways, just reading it was like he was like, and with her cheap wigs.
Oh, he did it like a dig. Like, oh, she pissed me off, and she had this to say with her cheap.
And
wigs.
there was a plethora of wigs that I've worn. Apparently, like not apparently, there was. It was the purple one, the orange one. It was just a lot of wigs. I started having fun with the wigs. Like I was like, this is so much fun. Like obviously, y'all noticing my real hair. I don't like the fake parts. I've always said that. Close that book so quickly.
It was like hocus pocus. Close the book. So what'd you do? Hit him with it?
No, he wasn't home.
Oh, did you wait for him at the door?
I put the marker back where it was, and I put it back in his backpack. And I knew that I had to tell him what I had read.
So how were you sitting?
I was trying so hard to like act like I was just having a regular, good, happy day. And I was trying so hard. He had called me. He was like, hey, baby, he's going with him. I was like, okay. He was like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. I'm just tired. And I was like, I'll see you when you get here. And then he had got home. I had already eaten. Normally, I'll make him a plate. I ate my food.
No, ate the food.
I was ready. I'm going to bed. It was 8:30. And even rewatching that, I feel mortified for even... first of all, I can't believe I did that. So many people were mad. We are still together and still happy, so shut up. I know it was wrong. I'm going to try to leave going through journals in 2023, but I can't make no promises. Now.
I ain't never read no journals, but I've read emails, text messages, call logs.
Same thing.
Mail.
Well, a little different. They get a little bit more intimate and truthful.
In the journal, yeah. Got to dig deeper. I'm just playing.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane. And this week, since we're doing throwbacks, I want you to just find your mans and throw it back on him. I'm just kidding. But maybe go to one of the establishments that I've mentioned before. Have a good time, be romantic, and remember, have nasty sex. Bye. Happy New Year.
Okay, so those are some great moments from the show. Some other highlights that we can't forget are you guys' advice letters. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck y'all are thinking before you write us. I can't even remember this lady's situation. I just know she was writing us about what to do about a nigga in jail.
Yeah.
And we had a lot to say.
Maybe we can hear a snippet.
Yeah, let's hear some.
Okay, so our first advice is titled Jail Time, Good Dick, but Kinda Broke. I got a little shawty that did 14 years. He been out about 8. We've been together for 6. He's 43 and I'm 37. Now, as you can probably imagine, I went through the depths of hell with this fool in our beginning stages. But he has really turned around from the manipulative jail dude to a good relationship guy. Somehow, I don't think that that's true, but I love him. I love him and I love that. And I honestly think the one thing that's keeping me is that dick. Y'all, his dick is so good. I done started squatting and can't stop. He be hitting spots I didn't know I had. And when he eat my pussy, I be arching my back so much, I get back spasms. But I've started multiple businesses and I'm currently the breadwinner. I don't like that. Lately, everything he does annoys me. And the more and more we talk business, relationships, general conversations, I can tell we aren't equally yoked at all. I don't know if I should leave and find my forever or stick it out and hopefully I'll fall in love again. From Little Miss Confused.
Is he broke or he just not making as much money as you? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm going to believe he's broke.
So what would you stick it out for if you don't like broke niggas? Like, what's really the question?
You know, what I'm really starting to realize a lot about women is, like, we don't really be holding ourselves accountable
for the situations we put ourselves in. Like, everything in this is giving you your answer, and for some reason you want somebody to tell you to stay. Sis, I'm not going to tell you that.
You wrote into the wrong podcast because I'm not telling nobody to stay nowhere. This sounds ashy.
Yeah, you talking about his mental. I'm thinking about your mental, because this nigga been locked up, and you... What's going on with you? And why did you think he was going to come out and be on top? He already was set back.
He's 43 years old. He was in prison. How long was he in there?
14 years.
Bitch, next.
And so, ma'am, I need you to reevaluate.
You know what? Actually, I hope you do stay with him.
Why?
Because I want him to come up, because somebody needs to come up, and she's not trying to. She's making piss poor decisions, and it sounds like he's the only one making sense.
Yes.
Okay, stop it. She did need to do better, because what the fuck?
And you know what? If you are this lady, I hope you did better. Y'all need to be doing better come 2020.
Send us some updates, whether we need to read them on the show or not. Just please let us know y'all are alive and you are not about to be on Love After Lockup.
Yeah. Y'all
I love that show,
these jailbird ass men. You just don't. You don't. There's a lot of other ones out here.
Mm-hmm. You know, pick somebody raggedy and free, not raggedy and imprisoned. The fuck?
Setback in life. Now, another setback is getting dumped at Applebee's.
After fucking a man who works at the graveyard.
Let's play that advice clip.
Oh,
y'all really needed help.
And we did not help.
This lady, she sent one in and she titled it Advice Help with an exclamation mark.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, girl, hey, I need help. I'm 22 years old. I've been single for 3 months now. She's really counting. But let me give you the backstory of how I became single.
You should be.
I ended up dating my ex from work. We both were security supervisors, and he told me he was about to ask me out, I guess, if we weren't working together.
Maybe he would ask me out if we weren't working together.
Okay. I told him I would never date him. I see him as a friend. But one day, me and my mom went to a cemetery to visit my great-grandmother and grandfather's grave, and we couldn't find their gravestones. And he came out and showed us where they were.
Why y'all security at the graveyard?
Why the graveyard need security?
They got
because people be stealing.
Yeah, they be stealing mad shit.
They be
selling
headstones.
Yeah.
Headstones. They dig up bodies.
Flowers. Bodies.
Headstones. They dig up the bodies.
Yeah.
They do all kind of crazy stuff in there.
Are they crackheads?
Yes. Also.
Well, maybe because you gotta have a lot of strength to be digging a 6-foot grave.
Also,
they might be.
Told me real quick to steal a headstone.
And then think about people get buried with their jewelry. People go down there, they get the bodies out, they take the jewelry, and they sell that shit. It's some creepy people out there. And I saw a Facebook post where they were selling used caskets. Now, where the fuck did you get a used casket?
First of all, who are you following that posted that post?
Well, it was like one of those group pages, and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep my eye on y'all because y'all are up to some shady shit.
This is wild. We couldn't find their gravestones, and he came out and showed us where they were. And that's when I was like,
know?
He works there.
It's a lot of graves. You just happen to know
they
where
have
my
some
great
sort of
granny.
system, like with the name.
think he
But
pulled out
she
his
worked there
iPad?
too. Why she don't know the system?
This is weird. Because why the fuck is he there?
Not securing the cemetery.
Maybe they're not. That was something I said because I'm wondering why is he at the cemetery? This is creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And that's when I was like, okay, I could date you.
Why you say it like that? That's what
Okay, he quit and we started dating. Now, I had never had a boyfriend before and I was a virgin. He knew this and didn't care. We had sex, or as he called it, making love, and it was good.
How old was
How old is
he?
she?
She's 22.
She's 22.
Oh.
We had been together for almost a year. 6 days before our 1-year anniversary, he takes me to Applebee's for dinner.
And we was good with that?
Yeah, it's not. Shut up. Don't do that.
Are we all hearing the same story?
You better not. I'm telling you right now. You better not take me to nobody's Applebee's for dinner.
All right, 2 for
Sir,
20.
what has happened?
2 for 20 is lit.
What? I would rather a sandwich. Because now I'm ashamed. You took me out, and this is what we get. A microwave meal. They got this in the freezer section.
They do.
Baby, what is going on? Okay, dinner went well. We would spend our days off together at his house. So when dinner was over, I said, I'll see you at your house. And he said no.
I'm sad for her now.
I tried to give him a kiss and he said no. He said, I brought you here to break up with you.
Damn.
After Apple.
That's a breakup spot, though. Now that we think
really
about
sad.
I get it now. I get why Applebee's was the place.
I feel bad for you. Okay, I came here to break up with you. And when do you want me to bring you your stuff? Well,
it's over.
Mind you, we never argued, fought, yelled at each other, or anything. So he abruptly just broke up with me. And it took me a minute to touch myself again because the week before we made love for an hour. And when he broke up with me, my mind was telling me maybe he knew he was going to break up with me and wanted to give me one last good before we broke up. And mind you, he was my first love, my first sexual partner, my first everything. And we had known each other almost a year and some change before we broke up. Now, my question is, when do you know it's the right time to go out and find someone else?
Now. Fucking now.
Fuck him. And I'm sorry he did that to you because he played the fuck out of you.
I think now is the time.
Right? This instant.
I've been on most of the dating apps out there. Hinge, Tagged, the Black app, Bumble, Facebook dating, Badoo. What's that?
Oh, man. Erica
Stay
Badu got
off
one?
of there.
That's dope.
No. And it's something like Plenty of Fish that's not...
Oh, really? And nobody was hidden. Tagged, I got hit up by a sugar daddy, and he wasn't cute. Talking about if I need a sugar daddy, hit him up on
He's
Snapchat.
not a sugar daddy
So I
on
deleted
Tagged.
my account.
On Snapchat?
On the Black app, they didn't tell you have to pay for it, meaning you got to pay to see who liked you, and you got to pay to message people. So I deleted my account. Hinge, I had my account up for a month, and nobody liked my page or my photos. So I deleted my account.
She got a picture of her? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
She didn't
She
attach
maybe needs
one.
to see
Damn.
a picture.
No,
They
I'm just
emailed
saying.
them to us.
I'm
She
getting
didn't
mad
attach
ugly
one.
vibes right now.
And Bumble, I was getting sick of seeing the people I went to high school with, and there was nobody cute. So I deleted my account on there as well. The only thing I have now is a Facebook dating app. And I keep getting people in wheelchairs liking my page.
Hey, ain't nothing funny with that.
Are you trolling?
Ain't nothing funny.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh, shit.
Do not get me wrong. I do not have a problem with people in wheelchairs.
Come on.
But my entire life, I've been taking care of people, and I'm not trying to take care of nobody and that's disabled.
That's understandable. I don't think you're wrong for that at all.
She's honest. It's like if someone's offended by that, shut up. And when I say taking care of people, my life stopped at the age of 10. My mom and my sister and I were taking care of everybody. And the only thing I wasn't doing was going to work, paying bills, and driving. I didn't have a good childhood. I had to grow up fast. That's why everybody tells me I don't act or seem like I'm 22. Sent from my iPhone.
Okay, so you want to know, it's a good time now. Maybe your real question was, you need some suggestions on how to get back out there. I think you left that part out because you got frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to take care of all these people and you didn't have a childhood. That really sucks. That helps a lot of this make more sense. Keep listening to CockTales. Listen to Then We Had Sex for more insight on life.
Yeah.
The dating apps, I get it. I think you've got to challenge yourself, get yourself all dolled up, and go out somewhere that you like. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Sit at the bar. Don't sit at a table. Sit at the bar and just talk to people. It doesn't have to be anybody you're attracted to, see a future with, none of that. Just get into the groove of making conversations with strangers. I promise you it's going to help build up your confidence, and you'll get to talk to different people, and it'll just help you because I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I have a feeling that you're probably socially awkward because you're 22 and you say, don't nobody act like you 22. You might be walking around acting like you 52 and having a hard time connecting to people your age. And so maybe if you go out places and hang out around younger people or anybody really, it's going to help you with that part.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
That was
wow.
beautiful. Do y'all have any advice for the young lady?
You don't want it.
Don't give advice.
Yo, listen, sweetheart.
Don't you do that. That's disrespectful.
Yo.
Don't sweetheart nobody.
No, listen. First and foremost, understand your worth. And you obviously haven't met anybody that knows your worth. But at the same time, it sounds like you really don't know your worth yourself. You 22, you young, you still got time, explore, get to know people, you know what I mean?
And get to know yourself.
Yeah, hell yeah. Do a lot of masturbation. It sounds like it's going to be like that for a while. But, you know.
It's not bad. It's not bad advice.
Hey,
It's
listen.
probably better.
Yeah.
Real sex.
Listen, man.
What you just
You sound like
said.
you about to say something deep. You really not saying nothing deep.
No, the
He
shit
was like, listen, sweetie. Baby
no, the shit I
girl.
want, I'm not going to say, don't do this to me. I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing this.
No, I think knowing your worth is the basis of this entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, please just
and
know.
have fun.
Yeah.
Read some
Have
books.
fun.
Maybe watch some porn.
Yeah.
Do all of those things actually. Every single day. Do it all. And then explore things that you like, figure out what you like, and take the I'm looking for a man out of it. You can date and do all of that, but take you probably are planning the weddings really fast. 22, chill out.
Yeah, and also just a reminder, almost every breakup you like upgrade to a better person.
That ain't true.
Oh my.
That is not true. Do
You
not
don't think
tell her
so?
that lie.
I hope
Hell
that you
no.
upgrade because this nigga was trash.
Hopefully you learning from lessons and paying more attention.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
And don't fuck no more
22?
coworkers. No more
No more
coworkers.
coworkers.
You gotta find somebody else.
What's the matter with coworkers?
That just makes it a messy situation because, okay, he quit this job, but imagine if he had did this and then they worked together.
Yeah, now you
And
acting
then-
weird.
And one person might not be that stable in the head and they can start cutting up when you move on or like making issues at work, complaining about things. You just never know. So just stay away from where you make your money. You might not have had it, but it's crazy people out there. I done seen it.
My cousin, he was telling me the other day about this guy that he was dating. And they were working at the same place, and he fucked up. They work at a gas station. And one day he just came in there and cut the pumps off and left. And I was like,
because people start when matters of the heart, you are mad and you just irrationally thinking and acting crazy.
I was like,
they
that's
might
so
bust you over your
creative.
head with a
I never
shovel and
would've thought
bury
that.
you in the graveyard.
You could get Me Too. Well, not her or wherever they work. I don't think that's going on, but it could happen. And there was an instance with a company I worked for before. This nigga was working there and he was fucking everybody at the job and he was fucking some other woman and she found out she wasn't the only one, so she had showed up, interrupted a meeting with like the president of the company,
now we all
bust in there, cutting up. She had been posting stuff all over the internet. It was real messy.
Oh no!
Damn.
See?
I was here for it because I wanted to see the drama. It was like being at a live recording of Love and Hip Hop or something. It was great, but like that's
so
not
fun.
good for your career and your future. And they got fired.
But it is his career. Your career was going great.
Mine was fine watching, but as a participant, they both got fired. That's not cute.
I just think you have to be very delicate when it comes to dating coworkers. I think you can do it, but it's a way to do it.
I don't advise
Oh well,
She's
at
not handling
22,
nothing delicate. You gotta wait till you 30.
she was okay with Applebee's. There's that
She's
lets you
got
know a
some growing
lot.
to do because we don't want that for you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good luck. I hope that you find some people in real life and just explore some things. Remember, explore things that you like. Not just dating apps and trying to fuck people and stuff. Find things that you like. Be happy, and you're gonna attract other happy people who not just trying to find your granny's headstone and fuck you and then dump you at Applebee's. We can't have that story again.
Man, that was wild. That was a wild.
Yeah, because I still don't understand. If you could just write us back,
Applebee's.
could you write us back and offer some context? Where did you work? He quit, so I don't have to call and report him to anybody, but I want to know where y'all was working and why he was at the graveyard.
I would also like to know what you ordered when you sat down at Applebee's.
A 2 for $20. They probably had some chicken bites or a burger, some chicken tenders. I mean, what else do they sell?
Getting dumped at Applebee's, I think we all know you need to stop.
If you get dumped at Applebee's, don't write us a letter.
If you're still going to Applebee's in 2024
and you are over 24,
I'm sorry. The Southwestern egg rolls are not that great.
What is that great? Whatever is that great there is available at Kroger, Publix, Walmart, Target in the freezer aisle.
And if
Make
you're going
it
to try
at
to come
home.
back with, oh, well, they got the big fish bowls for 2 for 10, something.
You can also drink toilet water at home because that's all that poison is. Y'all, please, let's elevate.
Please.
There's other places you can go, and for the people, I gotta spend all this money. There are places at the same price point. Visit a small local business.
Yeah.
There's a food truck. I'd rather you take me on a food truck date than to bring me to the fucking Applebee's. Applebee's reminds me of Cheers, and I don't know when Cheers came out, but I don't think I was alive back then. I don't need to be going back in time.
If y'all are really struggling on date places, you cannot fail with Ponce City Market. Just go to Ponce City Market.
So many options.
You
and
won't
they're
spend
ever
more than
changing.
$50.
Well, unless you take me. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the cocktails. So we had some standout cocktails this year. A very recent one was when we had Miss Gigi McGuire on here and she told her Maserati story. If you have never heard this story, take a listen.
The Maserati G story. So there was a time when I was dancing in Miami, and the clubs in Miami stay open till 6 in the morning. So I had this little situationship that we did have sex maybe once or twice before said day. But, you know, I was young and, you know, outside, living my life. So he came to pick me up from the club. Saturday night now turns into Sunday morning. We are driving on 95 North in Miami, 7 a.m. on a sunny Sunday morning, and I start sucking his dick. So then he's like, ride it. Like, come on, like, get on. So I'm like,
while he's driving.
We're on 95.
That's a weird sex story.
We're on 95. So he's like, yeah, come, like, you know, jump on his dick. So I'm like, okay, like, don't tempt me with a good time. Don't call my bluff because I'm right. So literally, I rolled. So I'm facing, like, I'm like cowgirl riding. So at one point, I take the wheel and I'm steering, and he has the pedal and he's driving and I'm riding, and it's so good. Like, I'm completely naked by this point. I don't care if people can see us. I don't know if the tent dark enough. You can see through the windshield. I don't give a damn. That shit was so good. It was so good that I purposely made that the last time that we ever had sex, because how we gonna top that? How we gonna top Maserati G riding the dick in reverse cowgirl while steering the car 7 a.m. on 95 North on a Sunday morning? People
and
going
then
to
you
church.
live to tell about it.
Hello,
because when it's weird sex, then people be running to trees.
We was risking our lives
and
for
then
that
reverse
nut.
cowgirl while somebody's driving. You can't even adjust how much dick is in you.
Ooh,
You gotta let it all
was
in.
It was one of them grind. It was one of them all the way in and grind. You know, one of them. Ooh.
I might
it
need
was
to
good.
try that. But
it was so long ago, and it's still one of the best. I gotta say that was the best sexual experience I ever had. And not to say that the sex was the best sex I ever had, but the full experience of it was definitely the best sexual experience I ever had.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
That's a wild one. And you got long legs, so I'm like, how did you crawl over and get situated?
Be tight.
Girl.
Was he little?
He was not a very tall man.
I still don't know how she lived to tell any of the stories that she told in that episode.
You know, the whole time Gigi was talking, I was like, wow, God loves you because you are alive. And
the whole time I was in Jamaica, I was like, I hope I did not leave any pre-rolls in my bag because Gigi went to jail.
I thought about that too. I'm not gonna lie. I even was telling my baby, I was like, Gigi had to poop out heroin packets and she almost died. He was like, what are you talking about?
Don't go listen
Don't
to
listen to it.
Okay. And then another one that was just so funny. We had our girls, Lex and Drea from Poor Minds, come on and do an episode over the summer.
That was a time.
The whole episode was great, but
the cocktail reading. The reading of the cocktail. Let's take a listen.
Okay, my turn. It says Taco Tuesday to Wop Wednesday. Hey, y'all. I'm a huge fan of the show and have been listening for a couple of months now. It's kind of long, so please bear with me. Of course, they got the bitch who can't read doing a long one.
Well, you know, they probably can't spell neither, girl. Who knows what's going to happen?
I have never written in, but this cocktail has my pussy throbbing just thinking about it. So here it goes. I'm trying to get my Medinah voice on.
Come on.
Am I giving Medinah?
You got it.
Almost.
Me and my man have known each other for 10 plus years and have remained friends over the years. But now we have been dating for a couple of months now. We've even taken a trip together and he'll be meeting my parents this month. So it's serious. We decided to do Taco Tuesday at his place the day before. I made him spicy shrimp lettuce wraps and myself a barbecue jackfruit tacos as I am vegetarian. And we had them for leftovers the next day. While we ate, we were having casual conversation about plans for my family reunion and his birthday. Then we started talking about how this all felt different than dating anyone else in the past and how us reconnecting was nothing but God's divine timing. To my surprise, he officially asked me to be his girlfriend. I happily said yes, and all I knew was I wanted to give him some pussy right then and there. But I waited until we were ready to go to bed. So we're laying down, cuddled up next to each other, and all of a sudden, I pulled his face in and started kissing him. Then the next thing I know, we're tonguing each other down. Then he started to lay on top of me. I seductively told him to turn off the TV and put on some music. I want to say put on Barry White. After that, we continued making out, and as I'm pulling him in, he pulled down my bra and started licking and sucking and caressing my titties. Come on, girl.
Titties. Why you say titties?
I'm sorry.
You probably say diabetes.
It's getting intense, y'all.
This is crazy.
She worked on this story.
Baby, pull out your titties.
Back. Baby, I used to like old men. I probably done heard that before. Then he lifted his head up to spit in his hand and gently started rubbing my clit in circular motion. I instantly started moaning. All while doing this, he's making so much eye contact that it's got me in a trance. He then slipped his fingers into my wet ass pussy and started hitting my G-spot. He bit his lip and then said, "You so fucking wet, baby."
I hope he ain't saying like that.
He probably did. I'm sorry, y'all. I replied, "Only for you, baby." As I'm moaning, I started rubbing on his rock hard dick as I was ready to whip it out. I wanted it so bad now. I can tell he wanted me even more. He slipped my...
I can't breathe.
I'm sorry. He slipped my thong off, and just before he began to insert his dick inside of me, I stopped him. And I instructed him to just rub the tip up and down on my pussy. As he does this, I started to feel waterfalls dripping from my pussy down to my ass.
I know this. Juicy.
She was hot and ready like Little Caesars. Okay, I added that. My bad. Sorry. Come on, y'all. Come on, goddammit.
What about them titties?
Them chills. Okay, he then slowly started to stick his dick inside of me missionary style. He was stroking me. He started whispering in my ear, "You know I love you, baby." I said, "I know, baby. I love you too." By now, I was ready to get real nasty. So I turned us over on our side and he starts pounding me. He slows down and I started grinding on his dick in the same position. He said, "Yeah, baby, fuck me back." I said, "Yes, daddy." I started going to town on his dick. He then gets up and tells me to bend over. I happily obliged. I arched my back, tooted my ass up in the air, and backed my ass up on him like Juvenile in 1999.
She added that part too.
Sorry, it was getting intense, y'all. This is getting good. Woo! As he put his back in this oasis.
Oasis. I like that. I'm about to text the nigga that. You ready for my oasis?
Right. He started hitting me from the back and while smacking and grabbing my ass, and as we're in the rhythm, I started throwing my ass back. He said, "Damn, that ass so fat." Ooh. I'm skinny with a little booty, but when we fuck, he makes me feel like I got the fattest ass in the world. Next, he pulled out, laid on the bed, and said, "Come suck this dick." He knows sucking his dick is my favorite thing to do. So I started sucking, spitting, slurping, and eating his dick and balls up, making him even more hard. He don't even know I'm just getting started. He let out a "oh shit" as I feel it growing in my mouth, which made me suck even more. I stopped sucking and came back up and started kissing him as I sat on top of his dick. Ooh. You horny, because this is long.
That is very long.
I started grinding him slow while I'm on top. Then I grabbed the headboard and was bouncing on that dick. Ooh. I'm not getting into heaven after reading this, bitch.
None of us are.
I'm a super soaker at this point. Ooh. And he grabbed my face and told me, "You so fucking beautiful." I'm moaning so loud, I even placed my hands behind me while still on top, and I was riding him some more. As I'm bouncing on this hard dick, he's rubbing my clit, making him say his name loud enough for the neighbors to hear. Even Trey Songz didn't know what to do. Oh, my bad. She preaching in this motherfucker. His attentiveness to my body made me so weak. No SWV. This girl gonna be like this bitch. He asked if I wanted him to come, and I said, yes, daddy. He still wasn't ready. He suddenly stopped me, pulled me to the edge of the bed with my legs above his head, and started inserting his dick in and out of my pussy, then sped up. This man was hitting every last one of my walls so good, I went from wall to wall like Chris Brown. I'm sorry, I'm almost there. I'm surprised I have any left. He still wasn't done. He bent me over while I bounced my ass on his dick to bring it on home. She did say that.
Okay.
He grabbed my neck and whispered in my ear, it's always been you and nobody else. You know I fucking love you, girl. At this point, I'm ready to come, and he is too. So we finally let out a loud, oh, no.
No, 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 no.
I'm trying. Okay, we almost
When you feel it in you found somebody who made you change your ways, like hanging with your crew. So you act like you're ready, but you don't really know.
Let it go.
That's a hit.
You started it.
We finally let out a loud oh and come at the same time.
Oh.
He is wait.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And he is shooting the club up.
I knew he was gonna do it.
We laid down and I fell asleep in his arms as happy as ever. I know this cocktail was long as fuck.
It was.
But I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll be back for another juicy one soon. Until next time, ladies, your girl. Can I say her name or no? Don't be back for another juicy one, bitch.
We're gonna call you baby mama because I know you pregnant.
I'm freaking.
Probably with twins.
I had to read that one.
I didn't even proofread it. That was perfect though.
That was good.
Crazy.
It was amazing.
I gave you a whole soundtrack for y'all to fuck.
I mean, we broke out in song.
It was just wow.
She added in shit.
It didn't seem like it. It felt like it was in there. That was just such a great waiting to exhale episode.
It was a great time. We'll have to do it again. Thank you guys so much for watching this 2023 wrap up. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know some of your favorite moments that maybe we missed and forgot about.
Make sure you
in the comments.
If you've ever sent us an advice, a cocktail, thank you. We appreciate you. Keep sending them because it's part of the show.
Yeah.
And we appreciate them so much.
Thank you guys. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye and Happy New Year.